You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Oh, y'all can hear me. Oh, y'all can hear me now. Y'all can hear me. I need more likes. It's too many of you guys. It's way too many. That was the Lord. Oh no, baby shade. That that didn't like the video. Like the video. I wouldn't be muted if y'all was liking the video. I wouldn't be muted. Nah. Ha! Like the video. Good. 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 Because y'all supposed to be liking the video. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. So, girl, y'all supposed to be liking this video. Oh my goodness. Hey, Universal Team with Marie girl. Did you like this girl? Like the video. My God. Shouldn't have to do this. Okay, you bought one of the only ones. You bought one of the only ones. Y'all love saying when y'all liked it. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Y'all tried it. Did you like it, girl? Hit the damn like real quick, y'all. Ain't even that hard. Y'all talking about y'all can't hear me good. 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 Shout out to all of y'all for the super stickers. Shanosha. Thank you, girl. Natalie. Thank you, girl. Thank y'all for the super stickers. Appreciate you guys. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I'm just coming here to give y'all an update on this news about the CABO 6. Welcome everyone. I love you all. Welcome back to the SeanDavieWay show. I hope you guys are having a good day. My day's been good. I went and got my verses tightened earlier with the churn, and then we went bowling after. Well, they bowled. I watched because I just like to watch because it's hilarious. So I watched them bowl and snickered. And then I'm like, go on, baby. Go on, girl. Yay. So, and then as soon as they turn around, I start laughing. But it was wonderful. I love to watch my churn do stuff they're bad at. I don't know about y'all, but I love it. I love it. I just sit there and just laugh at because you guys are horrible. You guys are horrible. So, gays. So, anyways, so we're gonna get right into the topic at hand. Shout out to all of y'all. Welcome, 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 everyone. Let me tap in the chat. Tap in the chat. Tap in the chat. See, Brandy? See what I've been talking about? All I'm just like, can you just like the video? That is it. It's over 700 people here. And they all just get to the T. I ain't gotta like nothing. Just what's this about? What's this in your title? Hurry up. Let me just have all this. So yay. So Yes, like the video. Thank you, Monique. I love my vibe too. I really do. I really do like my vibe. I like me. I like me. Yes. I don't mind being bothered with me at all, girl. I'm lit. I like me. I do. Thank you for liking me as well. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. So, yes. How am I being rude? Me being rude? Maybe. Maybe. So, yes. So let's get to the tea, y'all. I love y'all. I will go get Michael Jackson cousin. I will, because they trying it. So I will go get him. Terry, you better let them know. I will go get Michael Jackson, second cousin, 3 times removed. Okay, with 6 teeth left, and have her come let y'all know why y'all should hit the like. So hit the like button if I go get her. Hurry up. So I'm here, flip. So without holding y'all, let's get my churn bought me this for Christmas. Ain't this cute? I'm like, oh, you cheap. My son got me this. I was like, oh. I'm all up in finish line, the Foot Locker, all that for you. What was Dollar Tree? Because I told them, I said, please don't go to Dollar Tree. Because I always take them shopping each year, give them some money that y'all go get like me a gift, your mama gift, other people get. And I'm like, please don't go to Dollar Tree. There's nothing in there we want. I promise. Please don't walk in there. So I talk about some, you want to get me something. Because I could go get your shit there too. We could be bumping into each other in the eye, getting each other stuff. It's nothing. I will wrap up some pizza bites in a minute and put it under the tree. Yes, I will wrap up a bag of ice. I mean, a rice and all of that. Y'all tried. I will wrap up a bottle of bleach. A bleach, because it's from the Dollar Tree. It's bleach. It's not bleach. It's bleach. So I'm gay. I'm like, please. There's nothing in there I want. What do you get the person that has everything? Not something from Dollar Tree. Okay. How about that? So yay, because I feel we could be bumping into each other. Excuse me. I'm like, oh hey baby. We could be bumping into each other in there. Get each other stuff. Like that's not a problem. You want me all up in this store and that store. GameStop, and all of it. But you about to stuff. What's that for me? What's in there for me? So yes, hair flip. So Christmas was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was cute. Christmas. He got me. This one of the little gifts he got me, y'all. This one. One little gift he got me, y'all. Little something. So guys, so let me get to y'all comments real quick because it's a lot of y'all. Hey, female rapid lead, LaRon. Hey, LaRon. Hey, Lab Gag. She said, okay, your teaser got a little piece of a tease. A little piece of tease. All the other YouTubers have talked about this already. So this should be nothing new, is it? This new? A shout out to Shanosha for the super sticker, girl. Thank you, girl. A shout out to Major for the super sticker as well. Thank you so much. Oh my God, what trees? I love you too. Thank you, sweetie. I look real nice. Connie, I do. This daddy mode. When I'm on my turn. And people was coming, my orthodontist and the hygienist, they complimented me on the sweater. When I had sat down, Lord. And I'm just like, I know I look great. Can we get this? Let's get to these teeth. So yes, hair flip. So now, since I've shouted out the most majority of you guys, I love you guys. It's so many of you, but I love you all. Thank you for being here. Let's jump right into this topic. So, breaking news: Shanquella's CABO 6 subpoena to testify against Dajanae in Mexico. Okay. So that is what's going around. It's going around that allegedly Mexico are sending out subpoenas for the CABO 6. I'm just like, gross. I don't feel like that's true, but let's talk about it. So there is a Guadalajara restaurant shaped as a person named Geraldo. And he is running around again, being everything from Puerto Rico. He is going around letting y'all know that allegedly Mexico said that they want all 6 people that was inside of their room with our girl Shanquella Robinson, as usual. Justice for Shanquella Robinson, because that is why we are here. Okay, a girl, and yes, and allegedly they are ready to do this court. Okay, a trial. Okay, with Dajanae. Now, I'm confused by that because Dajanae hard face looking ass is still here. Okay, she's still here, unattractive. So I'm like, what is going on? The murderer is still here. So what do you mean? I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna do just that. So there's some YouTubers that are going around with this in a title. Like, yeah, because they know, again, it's not true, because they don't care. You know, this is just a click and a view to them. They could care less about a Shanquella gets justice. Gross. They're going to collect their coin. Okay, they're going to get their click and they're going to get their view. Okay, so it's this one girl that's running around. Once again, her first name rhymes with Lisa and her last name is Failed, and she's running around with a couple other losers, and they are stating the same thing. They're stating that Aaron God, Mexico is going to loud and wrong, sending out subpoenas for all 6 of the CABO 6, so they come here and they can testify against Dajanae, because what? No, gross. So let's get into why they're going around lying. Why not? So if you go over here to Metropole Live, if you hop on over here, hop in and skip on over here to live. It says CABO 6 are summoned to testify about the crime of Shanquella Robinson. Now, who is Shanquella? But you care. You sure? Geraldo, Guadalajara Live. Who the hell is Shanquella? Who is that? Who is that? Who is Shanquella? Oh my goodness. It said right there, crime of Shanquella. Who is that? Hurry up. Who is that? Who is Shanquella? Who is Shanquella? So again, over here to Guadalajara Live, Sriracha Live. He over here talking about some CABO 6 or something to testify. It just start off as a lie. It just just a lie. So a crime of Shanquella Robinson, whoever that is. The Charlotte Sheriff's Office sent a series of subpoenas this week to private homes of the CABO 6. Okay, that is the first lie in line. Okay, you already know that's a lie. You already know that's a lie. Because how you know that? How you know that in Mexico? How you know that? You in Charlotte? You're absolutely not. And on top of you not being in Charlotte, the Lisa Failed girl said that Mexico sent out those subpoenas. Okay, alleged subpoenas, and whatnot. You're saying that it was Charlotte. You don't want to go tell your loud friend that, loud or wrong, over their eyes just big line. You want to go tell her that? She said Mexico. You're saying Charlotte. You guys need to pick a team. Pick a team. Pick a team. Because somebody lying. All of you are. I mean, we know that, but I just find that weird. Because I'm just saying, wait a minute. Your friend over there with this same article and her title saying that Mexico sent out the subpoenas. And you and your article are saying that it was Charlotte. Charlotte's, the sheriff's office sent out a series of subpoenas. Charlotte. Okay, that's not Mexico. All right, get your lie together. Get your lie together. Your lie is all over the place. Tuck in your lie. It's showing. Oh my God. Lisa Failed. Tuck in your lie, girl. It's showing, girl. It's showing, girl. You guys are weird. You guys are weird. Tucking your lycra. I can see it. Did you want me to? I was supposed to see this, right? you tell the truth. Oh, okay. So again, you saying Geraldo, Sriracha Guadalajara is over here Mexico line. Is over. He over here saying that Charlotte did this. Ain't in a piece of Charlotte. Ain't in a piece of Charlotte. Okay? But this is what he said. Okay? He said Charlotte. And then his friend over there with them eyes, Lisa Fields, she over there talking about Mexico. Put out a subpoena. Subpoena. Okay? Xena subpoenas. Which one of you guys are lying and which of you guys are telling the truth? Because it's a mess. Y'all need to get y'all lie together. It is all over the place. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. So let's finish reading this lie. And it says, okay, hair flip. So, girl, it's just gross. So, okay, into the private homes. Okay, now we got to get into the rest of this lie after the first set because we got to break this down. We got to break this down. So, Guadalajara lie, Sriracha lie, over here, Metropala lie, Apala lie, said that this what that word, that Charlotte sent the CABO six subpoenas to all of their private homes. How is that true if we can't locate them? The police is leaving or cards in the door, Lord. Or where all of these people done been because they ain't opening up their doors. They not doing it. They not doing it. They not doing it. But they sent subpoenas to everybody. How? Khalil somewhere hiding with his mammy. Dajanae Babbitt ass is somewhere in Connecticut, up there looking strong in the face, in Connecticut with her child, with that little boy, with that little baby. And Elise is eating her feelings and is at work still, going back and forth because she need every dollar. So her glasses is back at work. Malik is somewhere gay, living off of somebody gay, whole trade. And then Khalil, because whoever said, how was mama? And then Nazir out here running around his mammy, trying to claim his innocence as if he got any goddamn innocence and he jumped. Okay? Now, Winter is her Puerto Rico family done hid her. Okay? Now, Winter is hiding. Winter hiding because she's scared. Okay? So she hiding in somebody's basement and whatnot. So all of them is of the hiding. Okay, so stop lying, talking about that the sheriff's office, Charlotte sheriff's office, done gave all of them subpoenas at all of their private homes. How? Most of them haven't been able to, the police haven't been able to locate them just for questioning, just to ask if they could come down to the police station and answer some questions. They haven't even did that, but they subpoenaed. Shut up, Geraldo. Sriracha lie. Oh, this is a shame to lie while making burritos like this. Ooh, Mexican people here. Ooh, y'all better get him. Mexico, I'm gonna need y'all to get him. Get him. Okay? So it says, so that they can appear about the femicide of Shanquella Robinson, which occurred on October 29th in Los Cabos, Baja California. Okay? We already know that. So let's get into this. So Charlotte, North Carolina, the Charlotte Sheriff's Office sent a series of subpoenas this week to the private homes of the CABO Six so that they can appear about the femicide of Shanquella Robinson, which he said the same thing over and over. The foregoing occurred after the Attorney General of State of Baja California, sir, which he has not said a word about this, not a word, okay? Within the framework of the Bitational, is that how you say that? Summit? Been binational? Oh, Lord, I said binational summit of, is that a real word? I'm gonna need y'all to look that up for me. Of attorneys general between Mexico and the United States. I'm gonna need y'all to look up binational. I didn't know that nations have sexuality. Y'all looked that up because he be making up words. I know some of these words. He be making up words because he said Interpol agents arrested Dajanae. They don't exist. They don't fucking exist. So I mean, he known to make up words, Lord. So y'all going on over there to the Google and ask the Google is binational, because I didn't know that nations have sexuality. Binational. What is that? What is a binational? What is that? So anyways, so it says formally requested the American government to summon Khalil Cook, Malik Dyer, Alice Hyatt, Nazir Wiggins, Winter Donovan to officially testify. Now, this is another reason I'm confused because Mexico never said that this is going to trial. They never stated anything like that. They just said, send us that black girl. Send that black girl. Send us her. The one, the main aggressor. The direct aggressor. Send us her. Send her back to us. Okay? And that's all they said. That's all that's it. That's all they say. They ain't say nothing about her coming there to go to trial. Okay. So if there was a trial awaiting Dajanae, which again, Mexico just has a warrant out for her, that is it. Okay. So if she's gonna go to trial when she gets back, it's hard enough to get Dajanae extradited. To extradite 6 people to testify? Are you serious? Are you serious? No. Mexico needs to bring charges against the CABO 6. Conspirator charge, all type of stuff like that. Okay? They moved that body. They fled the country. They did all type of stuff. We need charges on the CABO 6. Not no damn subpoena. We don't care about that. The subpoena. We want charges brought up on them. All 6, even Nazir. Now tell your mammy that. All 6 of them fled the country. We need concrete, real charges placed upon these people. If there's an accessory charge to femicide, they need that. Like if it's a femicide 1, 2, 3, 4, get them 4. I mean 2, get to them 1, and then get the other 2, and then get other work it out. We need charges brought up on these people. Okay, not no damn subpoena. We don't care about them going to make sure that or Dajanae go down that tape. Gonna do that. The cameraman gotcha. The cameraman gotcha. So we don't. The tape said all. We don't need none of them liars to go. They don't need to go be no nails and no coffin. They need to all be put in the same coffin. That's what we're doing. That's the time that we're on. Okay. So we don't give a good goddamn about no subpoenas. How would that have been good news? A subpoena to what? To what? Mexico never said that this was going to be a trial. They never said anything like that. Mexico's rules are completely different from ours. So Mexico is just fully just charging them with femicide when they get there. That's it. Ain't no trial for what? You did it. We put a closed case together showing that you did this. That's why they extradited you back to us. Go to jail. This is our prison. Say hi to everybody up in here. Bye. It's that simple. For the next 35, 40 years, oh well. Get it how you live. Type of situation. So that we don't know if Mexico's doing like that. Just because America likes to do big trials with big courthouses and the press and all of that, white people outside and all of that, nah. Mexico said, no more locked doors. No more locked doors is what Mexico said. Mexico said, we ain't say we ain't saying nothing about doing nothing. That's how y'all do. That's what that works. America does that. We don't do that. We don't do that. So we don't know what's going on. In America, she would be due a trial. Dajanae. She absolutely would. And CABO 6 as well. That would be due because that's due to the Constitution and have American rights. Being born in America, you are entitled to certain rights. So again, this didn't happen in America. This happened in Mexico. Okay, so we can't just expect, we have a trial and they ain't saying Mexico ain't saying nothing about doing no trial or anything like that. So why would they be sending out subpoenas? Subpoenas for what? Don't they need Dajanae to even start a trial? How are they starting a trial when she ain't there? Guadalajara. How they starting a trial and they don't even have the suspect nor in custody? But they do, because that's what subpoenas are. Because I mean, it's for court. You know, if you're being subpoenaed. Yeah, that's what that were. That's what that were. But let's keep reading because I mean, again, I'm like this is weird, but I mean, he's swearing all of this stuff happening, and then you got Lisa Fail running around, her eyes loud around. On December 15th, the government of Mexico and the United States held this forum in San Jose del Cabo. Where, girl, they miss. Where did he steal this damn picture from? That and let me keep going. Where they shared experiences on law enforcement and disclosed cooperation and investigative issues between the two countries. What does that have to do with this? The event was led by the governor of Baja California Sur, Victor Manuel Castro Cosio, and the United States ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar. So again, what does this have to do with Shanquella? Okay, say that they did meet. Say they did. I don't know. You never know. Say they did meet. What does that have to do with Shanquella? What does that have to do with her? It doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with her. So again, like what you don't have to lie to kick it. Like you really don't. Like this is just so gross. But whatever. So and the United States government will determine okay. So okay, the meeting was regarding the legal situation of Dajanae Jackson. Oh God. Okay. It's like, how do you know that? You don't. You have no idea. So a situation of Dajanae Jackson, who has been considered a fugitive from justice. As long as she is not brought to Mexico, our understanding is her case is currently being processed for extradition procedure, and the United States government will determine that exact date. I thought she was arrested. Doesn't Interpol agents have her? I thought she was arrested. She's not arrested anymore? Oh, okay. She's not arrested anymore, guys. Whatever. Whatever. So he says the government of Mexico and the United States promised to do justice for the crime towards Shanquella Robinson. Who Shanquella is, again, we don't know. That says Shanquella again. Just as it, at the top of this article, it says Shanquella. That says Shanquella. That does not say Shanquella. It does not. It, oops, I'm muted. Sorry. None of the CABO 6 are in Mexico. None of them are there. So even if Mexico does arrest twice, doesn't matter what their protocols or systems are, they can do any of those protocols or manage whatever justice system that they have without set suspects. But again, he is stating that subpoenas, let's get into the word subpoena, the definition of subpoena. Primary tabs. A subpoena is a written order to compel an individual to give testimony on a particular subject, often before a court, but sometimes in other proceedings. Okay, so it's all court related. All court related. You need a suspect to do anything court wise. Why would Mexico be sending subpoenas for anything court related without a suspect? Without a suspect. So, whatever their process is, it is what it is. I mean, they arrest twice, you know, whatever they do. Yes, multiple times. Not just one time, multiple times. But he cares so much. He cares so much about Shanquella. I care so much about you. I'm gonna spell your name wrong. I care so much about you. I'm gonna make sure your name ain't spelled correctly. So again, shake my head. That's how my name is pronounced, isn't it? So shout out. We love your name. It has nothing to do with your name. Shout out to you, Shanquella. Shout out to you, but it's them not spelling it right for me. Like, that's the least you could do. Just make sure your information on her name is correct. Like, you can get her age wrong, her birthday, the city she's from, state she, get all that wrong. Fine, whatever. But get her name right. If you're gonna do anything, make sure you get her name right. Okay. But he didn't even care enough to do that. He didn't even care enough to do that. So again, there are no subpoenas. It's a complete lie. You have a lot of people out here that are clout chasing this situation when they just, I don't understand why they won't be patient. There's something, because you know every liar tells the truth. So let's get into Geraldo Guadalajara lies telling a little bit of the truth. So the condo where Shanquella was murdered is now back as a rental, which is very true. I'm like, okay, well, I guess sometimes he doesn't clout chase, sometimes he does tell the truth, because where Shanquella was, her life was taken, she, that villa, CABO Villas, through CABO Villas, they have changed now the room, Linda 32, it's still the room name. Like once you go through, like if you go through, okay, because I went through Priceline or Expedia, to look at it through Expedia. So the room is now back available, and they do call it, where is it? Right here, Linda 32. Now, it was called Linda 32 when Shanquella and the CABO 6 stayed there. But through the CABO Villa, the name that it was the I believe it's not the building, but how it's pulled up on the internet now, it's a different name. It's not the same name. And I think that that's weird and also disgusting of the hotel, well, not hotel, Airbnb, however you want to put it, that they could have at least had a statement and gave the family their condolences, you know, and whatnot, and just went from there. At least given a public statement about what happened. Again, it's not the Airbnb's fault in what happened there, but it still transpired, and it was too big to, because it's too big not to mention. You know, this is too big. This is an international story. It's everywhere. So to say nothing at all to me is very distasteful. Again, it's not the Airbnb's fault or the companies that are partnered with it. It's not their fault. What went on? They had nothing to do with that. But again, a lot of the aftermath they did. The doctor coming over there that had worked for and through CABO Villas and whatnot before, that was all on them. It wasn't an in-house doctor, but it was somebody that they basically paid a set contract to work for, to do house calls type of situation. So it is not a literal staff, but a part of your staffing. And I think that that's weird that none of that was discussed, brought up, acknowledged, nothing. They could at least did a little statement. It didn't have to be nothing huge, nothing major. Just like, in the love and memory of her, we're sorry what happened to her transpired here, and whatnot. Again, it's not their fault. It's unfortunate because what our actions can make it so that other people, are the fall guy. No different than Takeoff, recipes Takeoff, that bowling alley that happened at, that had nothing to do with the bowling alley, but it still leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, to where some people don't even want to go there, or it just kind of has a bad juju going there now. So because of our people's actions. So again, the CABO 6 tainted Cabo Villa and their brand and their business for doing what they did. Again, they did that. That wasn't, the place had nothing to do with it. It was the people. Those were actions. I can see people blaming what happened to the Mexico City 3. I could see people blaming that on the B&B and blaming that on the organization. Those people passing away due to carbon monoxide poisoning. So I could see, people like it's the villa's fault. It's the business. At that point, that's y'all. Y'all the reason. If y'all would have had monoxide detectors, and whatnot throughout those places, those people would still be alive, and they're not. So again, you're very responsible for that, whether you want to take the blame or not. You're very responsible, and I hope their families sue, because they should. I would. That's your fault. Like, there was no way, because you can't even smell carbon monoxide. So there was no way of them getting out or knowing what was going on. They had no idea. It's not like a smell, or anything that you're going to be like, oh, you have no idea. It just kind of happens. It's a creeper too. It just creeps up on you, type of situation. But with the Cabo 6 and Shanquella's passing, no, that was all people that did that. That was people. It wasn't the villa. The villa, that they ain't had nothing to do with it. That it was the people that came there that took Shanquella's life. So I just find that weird. I find that weird. That they didn't say anything. Because it's like, why wouldn't you? This story is too big for you not to say anything. And again, it ain't your fault. Even the bowling alley. Again, rest in peace to Takeoff, where he passed away, they even had a statement, and again, they had nothing to do with it. They like, it's very unfortunate, that this happened here. We're sorry, rest in peace. Condolences to his family. They definitely had a statement. But with Cabo Villas, they just like, oh, well, they ain't had nothing to do with us. Oh well. And it did it. That doctor and one, there's plenty. I was in the alleged cleaning ladies. And it was a lot of people that saw some stuff going on that they should have reported but didn't. So again, your staff, definitely suspect. But there's been some real things that have transpired. Let's get into that before we get out of here. North Carolina Governor hopeful feds will solve Shanquella Robinson's passing. So Governor Roy Cooper, let's get into this. Do you really think they will tell on Dajanae? They don't have a choice. If, say it did come to a trial, that Mexico did decide to do a trial, which I doubt, but you never know. With it being so public, they might. They might do some type of court proceeding for the families, when so that they can see that something's being done instead of just hearing this happened, So they may do something, who knows? So say that they do, right? They are definitely going to have to testify against her. I mean, I'm not going to say testify against her. Tell the story. Say what happened. And the video is concrete proof. So they can't lie and say that somebody else did blah, blah, blah. No. According to specialists, Shanquella passed away during that altercation with Dajanae. So it is literally on tape. So they can't go, I mean, what's to go around? It's on tape. It was different if the autopsy had just came back and stated the spinal cord injury is why she passed away. Okay, cool. If there's no video, then yeah, it's whodunit. It's a whodunit type of situation, because we would have had no idea. And that would have been, so the video is everything. That video is everything, because if not for that video, they would have gotten away with it, if you ask me. If not for that video, they would have got away with it. So, not thank God they recorded it, but I'm glad that they did, because if they didn't, then they pretty much would have got away, because it's 6 people against someone who's passed away. The only one that knows the truth and will tell the truth is the one that's gone. So we're reliant on the suspects. So then it would be the suspects And then if they all got different stories, or if they all just kind of stay mouth shut to the situation with no video, they definitely could have got away with this. Like, for sure. That video is concrete proof that that injury that she got from her passing, stated by the autopsy, adds up. The dots connect. So, but without that video, lost cause. This will be, again, a case of who done it. Even with the rumor being out there that allegedly they was over there fighting her. Okay, that's still a they. There's no name on it. So without that video, because they can't deny that video. They can't deny Dajanae can't deny that that's her. It is very so much her. And that is very so much Shanquella inside of that video. Concrete proof. So that's on Dajanae. And what she was doing in that video can completely result in those type of injuries that Shanquella had. From her face to her neck to all of that. Makes complete sense into her father seeing her body and the bruising, the burst lip, the abrasions and stuff to her face. Makes complete sense. It adds up because of that video. If not for that video, we will have no. There's already still so many unanswered questions when it comes to it, because it's just still like, why? Like, what? I think that's the main question everyone has, especially her family, is why? I think most minds go to envy, and jealousy. I think that's what our minds go to because that's natural. But overall, cause and effect. Something happened. And it is possible something happened during that, I got to go with my guns, with my mind. And my real opinion is that this energy was there before they ever flew anywhere. Before they ever left North Carolina, they already had, yes, the evil six, they already had negative feelings for her. They already had negative feelings for her because, again, if you pay attention to the video of Shanquella the night before everything happened, she was in the hammock in the back and sleeping. And Khalil, her best friend, walked up to her with her phone on her IG story and said, "We got our first D body." Right? Shanquella was sleeping. So if Shanquella was sleeping, that means she had no problems with anybody. There was no problem. That's what that leads me to know for a fact. There was no issue. Nobody was trying to get her. Nobody was trying to harm her. Nobody was trying to wake her. No one was trying to do any of those things to her. She was just peacefully sleeping outside on the hammock. I believe when Shanquella got up from that hammock, she went to bed. Because, again, her family states that she sleeps in the nude. That morning, she was in the nude. So she went to bed willingly on her own with no issues with nobody, is what that's given. Because if you have prior problems, even if you sleep in the nude, if you have prior problems with a female or whatnot, like you don't like the energy before you fall asleep, when they kind of rolling up on you and whatnot, you're going to put some clothes on. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Because if she keep running up on me, especially if they're intoxicated, it's like, if she keep running up on me, this might get difficult. So let me put on some clothes. Like, let me put on some clothes real quick. So you're going to put on something, even if it's just a t-shirt, so you're going to put something on. If someone's coming to your room, turning on your lights, invading your space, you're going to put on some type of clothing. But if you are sleeping how you normally sleep, which is nude, that means that to me, Shanquella slept peacefully. Like nobody bothered her. That's what it's given. She didn't get invaded. Her space wasn't invaded. She didn't get bombarded until the next day. So that means that there was a plan. They planned that. And that was before they got there. Because we can already see the isolation the day before. Everyone was isolating her. Everyone. No one was really near. She had to keep finding them and whatnot. They would ignore her when she would come in the room. So there was already something, to me, premeditated, about that. And again, it's hard to befriend somebody you're about to attack. If you're going to attack somebody, if you got an energy for somebody, if you're going to put your hands on somebody, you're not sitting there trying to befriend that person. You don't want to sit there and keep exchanging energy, and whatnot. No, you want to keep the same energy. You want to stay how you feel so that you can just pounce, when it's time to pounce, instead of sitting here creating a fake, dialogue with this person just for it to end another way. So it's better for me to you stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here because when it's time for me I just want to do my thing. I don't want to question it. Don't, because it's hard to do, because, to just really be sitting there chopping it up with somebody you planning on, it's hard to do that, so you isolate them, you don't make it a big deal, whatnot. You just kind of, you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. When it's time for me to do what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do it. And the other women, I felt, knew what was going on. All of them knew what was going on. The only person that I would say that probably didn't know was probably Nazir. He probably didn't know much before getting there. Probably not. I'm just keeping it real. Although Nazir was supposed to be there originally on Friday with everybody else. He missed his flight or whatnot, or whatever. I had to change, whatever. So he was supposed to be there with them, but he wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. He's trying to make it seem like he knows nothing. Yes, you do. You know more than what you leading on. Like, cut it out. You didn't think it was going to get that bad, Nazir. But you knew. You absolutely knew that certain people on that trip felt a certain way about Shanquella. You knew. So let's stop trying to make it seem like, oh, I had no idea. They would have never did that in front of me. Like, what? Yes, they would have. If you were there, you would have stood there and watched like everybody else, Nazir. Stop acting like you would have stopped it. No, you would not have. Didn't nobody else? Because this given Malik would have said the same thing if he wasn't there. I would have stopped it if I was there. I came late. No, you would have stood there too, just like everybody else. Stop it. Like that, I don't like that. Like, stop being fake. Like, y'all in enough trouble as it is. Just own it. Like, own it already. Like, you tried it. You would have stood there with everyone else. Because just like the rest of them, they didn't think that that was going to take her life. I don't feel that way. I just feel that they planned on embarrassing her. Because again, for them not to have been planning, this had to be, they all felt some type of way. This girl is naked. Why are you men in this room with this girl naked? In this altercation with this female, and y'all got cameras on this girl. Deliberate. Everything about that is deliberate. That is embarrassing. Why would that not be embarrassing? Any woman waking up, sleep in a buff, and you got somebody, and then you got these men recording you, and all they're supposed to be your friends. No, that was deliberate. Like, stop it. Like, let's not make it seem like, oh, that was just a coincidence. No, it was not. They drugged that girl out of that bed. Stop it. Y'all attacked her. All of you. Even as bystanders. Because that's enough, too, to make a person tense up and be afraid because they don't know what's going on. Y'all supposed to be my friends, and y'all standing here letting this girl do this to me? Like, that's enough to cause all type of other energy and feelings and emotions and whatnot. With all of these people, you nude, you trying to cover your body, all of that. They recording you while it's happening, saying nothing. Oh, are you going to at least fight back? Deliberate. And again, the night before, Shanquella fell asleep on the hammock outside. After that, you can assume, all of us, I think it's a safe assumption, to say that Shanquella went to bed with no problems with her being nude. You're only going to go to bed comfortable like that if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you ain't sleeping in the nude. If somebody keeps walking in your room, trying to fight you, stuff like that, no. If you have a chance to put on some clothes, you can put some on. It's that simple. You can tell she didn't even have a chance to put on no clothes. That's how I know it was they attacked her. She didn't have on no clothes, and that was deliberate. Early in the morning, y'all try to catch her off her guard, and did just that. And did just that. Y'all burrowed y'all way in that room, basically kicked it on open, and came in there and ramslacked. That's exactly what y'all did. Cut it out. Nobody had a problem with Shanquella. No one fell out with her the night before or none of that. And Khalil messed up by walking up to Shanquella himself on camera, showing her sleep in the hammock. If Shanquella was going through issues or problems with somebody, even if somebody was trying to start a verbal issue with her, I feel like she would have called or text somebody. Shanquella didn't, because she felt safe. She didn't need to. If she really felt like something was wrong, I feel like she would have called her mom or her sister, or text somebody, home, like, hey, what? She didn't do any of those things, because I felt like she felt fine. Like, no, anybody doing anything to me? I'm cool. When she talked to her mom earlier on the phone, oh, we good, we about to eat tacos, she was fine, because there was nobody doing anything or saying anything to her out of the way. She didn't feel like there was a problem with who? Anybody didn't know to me. I'm just chilling. That's just what it was given. I'm just hanging out. We about to eat, and then that was her and I, okay, I love you, talk to you later. Okay, love you, talk to you later. They was, hanging out, drinking, playing games later on that evening and whatnot. And then after that, sometime after that, we were assuming that, because we saw in video, Shanquella fell asleep on the hammock. And she was the first person to fall asleep, because Khalil said it out of his own mouth. We got our first D body, is what Khalil said. So we knew she fell asleep first. So that means she didn't have a problem with nobody. Everybody else woke, but ain't nobody bothering Shanquella. Ain't nobody out here trying to wake her up while she's drunk, like, come on, what's up? It seemed like she had a good night. Fell asleep, because they all traveling can be, a lot on the body, so a little tired from traveling and whatnot. All of them traveled, so yeah, it was the first night, got full, ate good food, and having some drinks, and fell asleep, woke up, she probably walked through with my phone, got a phone. Okay, y'all, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm about to go lay down, girl. Girl, I'm tired. I'm about to go lay down. So she probably wouldn't say goodnight to Dajanae now. It's like, yeah, good night, girl. I'm about to go lay down. And she went in there, got it comfortable, got in the bed, went to sleep. When nobody bothered her, because if you look at that bed during the altercation, only Shanquella's side of the sheets and comforter was flipped. The other side of the bed was perfectly made up. So that means nobody was bothering her. It ain't like she had to tussle in the bed or tussle out of the bed. No. I feel like old girl pulled her out of that bed, literally. After they came in there, she came in there hooping and hollering, slapping her hands together, get up, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like Shanquella set up a little bit and was just like, girl, what's going on? Like, what? Like, what? Like confused. It's in the morning, y'all waking me up. And, Shanquella like, no, like, girl, I ain't got on no clothes. Like, girl, I'm not getting out of this bed. Like, no, girl, I ain't got no problem with you. Like, why are you so hyped? Like, girl, calm down. What's all of this? And then grabbed her and pulled that girl out that bed. Because I feel like she had the sheet over her. Like, girl, get out of here. I just came here to dance for y'all. That's it. Like, girl, get out of here. Like, what's the problem? Like, what? Girl. Sun in the girl eyes, and like, girl, what? Like, no, get out of here. Like, I don't. And then I feel like they pulled her out, because that's why she still had the sheet, like on her chest, pulled her out, and she still had the sheet on, and she came with her, or whatever that was. I don't know, it was a sheet, scarf, whatever. Something was with her, because she was trying to keep it around her, so that her body wasn't showing. But they literally recorded that girl nude, all of that. Her best friend. All of that is deliberate. That's no accident. So that is premeditated. They were all of them were feeling some type of way about that girl. All of them, room full of vultures, room full of Judases. All of them were feeling some type of way about her. She just didn't know. Very unfortunate, but she just didn't know. But they all knew. They can't convince me that they are, because something would have happened Friday, and nothing happened Friday. Nothing. Nothing happened. And we saw that from the IG videos, and they're up on our channel. I mean, I can pull them up right now if y'all want to. There was no issue. Nothing happened to Shanquella the night before. Besides, she had a good time. I think Shanquella had a good time. I wish she would have read the room a little better. But again, you've been invited on a trip. Why would you feel like I don't have a problem with any of these people, you know? But sometimes people can have a problem with you, you know, you just, again, not know. You're just not aware of the issue that they have. But what they did to her was still mortifying. It is just like, poor thing, to have to wake up to that type of harsh reality, you know, that these people are not for me and there's nothing I can do about it. Literally nothing I can do about it. I believe that they woke her up and pulled her out of that bed because she never contacted anybody. I don't feel that she had the chance to. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel the reason Shanquella never contacted her mother or her sisters or her father, or Lil Coley, you know, somebody like that, I feel like she didn't get a chance to. She really didn't. That happened from the time she woke up, and there was nothing after that. She passed, you know. So yeah, I don't think that she had a chance to, because she definitely would have. If they would have separated from her for even a moment, I think she would have contacted somebody. I do. I think she would have either call her mom, you know, her sister. She would have called someone. She definitely would have called somebody and be like, hey, like, look, they blah, blah, blah. They down here doing blah, blah, blah to me. You know, like, I do feel that way. I don't feel the poor girl ever got a chance to. I don't. You get pulled out of your sleep into something like that, pulled out of your sleep into something like that, then yeah, you're not gonna have a chance. Like, she didn't even if she wanted to call 911, she didn't have a chance to do that. So I don't know. Yes, I heard that there's supposed to be 6 photos of Shanquella allegedly dropping. Now, I will say this. I'm not going to say that that's a lie. I have no idea, because I remember in the Kanika Jenkins case that a lot of people were stating that her photos were going to be dropped of her state and when she was found in. And I'm talking about after they found her in the freezer, because even Miss Teresa, her mother, wanted the photographs as well. And they actually did drop. So I don't know, very possible. If they do, we'll come live and talk about it, but I'm not going to show them. But we can talk about them though, if they do drop out. I don't know. But I did hear that. Look, Kendra, shout out to you. I did hear that. I absolutely did. I have no idea if it's true. So yeah, I have no idea. But if they are, we will come live and talk about it. We definitely will. Being so young, we sometimes can't see flags, unfortunately. I agree. I think that is too. There's really no, I don't know, because I'm big on energy, you know. So I think that's why it's a little easier for me to weed out certain things. But if you're not big on energy, if you're like her, which Shanquella gave me, like bubbly, just a fun personality, is what she gave. So in my opinion, she just seemed really bubbly, sporty, fun, energetic. You know, she seemed all those things, like not afraid to do things, you know, and do something new. You know, she just seemed eager, you know, and I like that, because I have a lot of friends that are like that and they keep me young. So, but yeah, I love that type of energy, and she definitely has that type of energy. So sometimes when you're so busy shining, you know, you don't see the people you blinding, you know, because that's what she gives me. Shanquella was so busy shining that, you know, she didn't see the people that felt, you know, blinded by her. So yeah, but she definitely seemed really cool, like a really cool girl. The energy that she gave, and I think that's what made people even more upset, because she just seemed so likable, You know, so it's just like, why would these girls like do this to her? Like, she seems so cool. Like, you know, like she seemed like type of person that like give you the shirt off her back, you know, type of girl. Like, why would y'all do that to her? You know, so it just, I think it makes people just that more, you know, just makes them angry. Because a lot of girls could see themselves hanging out with a girl like Shanquella. You know, very stylish type of young lady, beautiful, um, career driven. You know, there's a lot of girls could see themselves hanging with somebody like her. Like, oh, she would have been so cool. Like, she would have been lit. You know, is how a lot of people I think view her. So again, I think that's why people, another reason why the younger community is so angry, you know, about them doing that to her, because she just seemed really relatable. Or, you know, she seemed really relatable, laid back, you know, just real chill, like, you know, type of person. So I do think that there may have been some hate and jealousy and envy when it came to Shanquella, but it was more. It was more than that. Um, I get that those things can make you do what happened to Shanquella. But again, we have to remember not to give any, I would never defend the CABO 6. But I do feel that it was accidental. I do not feel like they meant to take her life. I don't think that that was supposed to be the end result. I don't. I think that they were supposed to embarrass her. I think that they wanted her hurt. I think that they wanted her hurt because a lot of people that don't convey emotions properly will do it physically. So I feel hurt by something you did to me mentally, verbally. So I'm going to physically take care of you. Because since I can't convey how I feel, I'm gonna make you hurt how I'm hurting, you know, on the inside. Because you have some people that are so hurt internally that they don't even feel things physically. That's why you have people that, you know, cut and, you know, other ways of expressing pain, you know, and things because they can't do it verbally, you know, so it's just, but they're really, 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 really hurt, you know, on the inside. And since they can't express it, they express it other ways. They get it out in other ways, you know, to them, since they can feel the physical hurt, the physical pain feels better than what they're going through emotionally. So I think that, again, that's why I say it was personal. Um, and Dajanae, to me, I feel like Malik was involved. I do. I feel like Malik was involved in some way, shape, or form because Malik and Dajanae are best friends. And with Malik and Dajanae being best friends, real best friends, unlike Khalil and Shanquella, I believe, because again, Malik was the one recording. He was recording the fight. Allegedly, Winter or Elise was as well, but he was the main one that was recording. So with him recording that fight, he was recording because he wanted it to happen. He wanted that to happen. So I feel like he was involved. I do, in some way, shape, or form. I feel that Malik was involved. Whether Shanquella said something in the past about Malik or may have done something, I don't know. But I do feel that way. I do feel that way. And I do feel like Malik is gay. Like, I mean, whatever. But yeah, I do feel he had some involvement because him standing in there not only recording it, when they got back to America, North Carolina, when they got back there, the first and basically only thing that Malik posted was that he had Dajanae back no matter what. That was the first thing he posted, first and last. And he tried to make it because he posted the birthday thing of her, but it was he like wrote in the text, "I got your back, like no matter what," is what he was saying to Dajanae. So yeah, he like, "I got you," because he was there. He knows what happened. He know what happened. He was there. He was part of it. So he know. So for him to say he got her back no matter what goes down after this, just know I got your back. And he didn't post that while they were gone. He posted that when he got back here. So, because they didn't post really anything after Friday. They were all posting on Friday. But after Friday, nobody posted. Nobody was posting anything. So yeah, karma is already coming in full effect. That's why I want to keep talking about it so I can keep them miserable. Do you think the missed flight was part of the play? No, I think Nazir have a very hard time reading. So I mean he's an idiot. So yeah, I think he missed it because nothing happened on Friday. So it was like part of what play? Because nothing happened Friday. That was when the flight was missed. It did not happen. Saturday is when everything went down, the day he got there. So that was karmic within itself. Very hooked on phonics did not work. He's an idiot. He is an idiot. And an absolute idiot. Y'all have some other good pictures. Questions I wanted to tap on. I agree that video is definitely enough. It is definitely enough. So that was the question right here. He is part of it, and his guilt stopped him from visiting her family after going 2 times. But that's the thing. If Nazir swears he's so innocent, right? If you're so innocent, why wouldn't you go and visit Salamandra? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go visit Quilla? Like, why? Why not go visit them? Why you and your mammy, since she want to run around and talk about the FBI confirmed that my son ain't got nothing to do with this. Although the crime happened in Mexico, but okay, girl. Why folk come? They can't, just stop over there to just show and pay their respect for what happened, because Nazir mammy would have wanted somebody to do that for her. If Nazir was the one that did not come back from that trip, his mammy would want answers. She absolutely would. And she would find it suspect if all of them came back and only some stopped by and some didn't. You wouldn't feel some type of way? So for Nazir mammy to try to open her mouth and say a word, it's just like, girl, shut up. That's the last thing you and your son need to be doing is talking. Like both of y'all. But he's so innocent. How? Innocent people do innocent things. So if Nazir goes and visits Salamandra, or would have went and visited Quilla, it would be hard for them to be angry with him. Just no different than with Khalil and Dajanae and Winter. Before knowing what they know, not knowing what they know, it's a little different type of energy. But beforehand, when they first got back, he could have easily stopped over there. He could have easily went over there and paid his respect. His friend of 9 years passed away. Why not go over there and check on her mom? Why not go over there and say, give her a hug, give the sister a hug, reach out to her father, Bernard. None of them have reached out to Bernard. Not one. Not one of them have reached out. But y'all so innocent. Y'all didn't do nothing. There was alcohol purrs in it. Innocent people do innocent things. So again, it would be hard for Quilla or Salamandra. Even now, I think if Nazir would have went over there when he came back and spoke to her, even seeing the video that they saw, Nazir, allegedly, by the flight, was not there. So with Nazir not being there, again, I mean, I can see the family's energy being a little different towards him, but it's the leaving for me. It's the leaving for me. Can you get the date? The date is December 16th. This was on the 16th. This was on the 16th. Where are the other parents and why won't their child do the right thing? Okay, the other parents are, because I really don't get the survival mode. Like, I get being a parent because I'm a parent and wanting to protect your kid. I get that. I get that. Okay. But at the same time, we are parents. So we can't always react like our kid is here. That's the blessing, is that we still have our kid, right? There are parents out here like Salamandra and Bernard who have lost their child. Okay. So when you lose someone, especially to an injustice, to somebody doing something to them, right? Ending their lives, you're going to want something done. It's going to be hard to eat, sleep, all of that, while the people or person that did this to your child especially is brought to justice. It's going to be hard to do anything, honestly. So for these other parents to not go to the funeral, be with Salamandra, check on her, be a community and feed her, bring a food, and it's none of the, go to church with her, just come over there and just clean up for if they can, rake the yard, just something. For them not to do anything or say anything to this woman, her ex-husband, and the family, deplorable. Despicable. Inhumane. What they did. All of them should be very ashamed. Because I would be very upset if one of my kids was the CABO 6. But my right hand, to God, I will fly my kid to Mexico myself. I absolutely would. I will fly them to Mexico myself, even if they wasn't the one that did it. Because we got to figure something out. Like, we got to. We got to do the right thing. As much as we don't want to do the right thing, is how hurtful and painful the right thing is going to be. We got to do it. We got to do it. Because if they take you, and because that's what I would be afraid of for my child. If I just let Mexico take them, then it's over. Like, who knows what's going to happen to my kid? Like, when they get over there. Like, who knows? I have no idea. But to work with them to make sure that girl gets justice is what I'm going to do. And if my kid has to serve some type of time for it, it is what it is. But you got to fix this. This will haunt you for the rest of your life if you do not. So, and it will haunt me. Because it's just, I could do something about this. Like, as a parent, I could do something about this, and I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to keep my kid up under me, hidden from the world. Because, no, that's not teaching them anything. Because we all come to go. We all come to go. So again, do you want to just abandon your child? Or do you want to have them, because they got to pay either way. They got to pay. It's going to happen. It's the inevitable. Because people aren't just going to just leave well enough alone. They're not going to do that. Justice is well enough alone. So again, I could not, I just couldn't be there for my kid. I couldn't do that. I couldn't just sit there and support them through, because my love does come with conditions. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those parents that I'm gonna love you no matter what you do. You could go out here and R-word 3 women and I'm gonna make sure they gotta prove it. No, I'm not that type of parent. Oh no, take them in thought, because I don't know where it came from. Because I didn't raise that. I promise you. I ain't raised none of my children do nothing like that. So these called growing pains. Grown people get, because I ain't lock them up. You know, so I'm not protecting that. I'm not doing that. And it's the same thing with Shanquella and her losing her life. I'm not protecting that. And I think a lot of those parents need to think about it. You know, Winter Donovan, your parents, think about if Winter did not come back and none of these other people were saying anything, doing anything. Instead, they were just hiding their relatives and whatnot. And they left Winter and her body over there. You didn't even know how to find your daughter. You had to just call random numbers because her friends left so fast. They left so fast that you can't even get a hold of you can't even find your daughter's body. Khalil Cook's mom. If Khalil didn't come back and they called you and told you, look, he gone, I got poison. We up though. How would you feel? What if Nazir didn't come back, Nazir Mammy? What if he didn't come back at least higher while you all at work in them glasses? How would your family feel? And your family's pretty pristine. Sister, your other sister is a cop. You just lost a sister and you already know the pain of that. Okay, Quilla lost a sister too. Tequila, yeah, she lost a sister too. Your mom just lost a daughter, Elise. So did Salamandra. Like, you know what they're going through. At least the person who did what he did to your sister, Elise or Alice, however you say her name, he's in jail. He's in prison. He's already paying for it. Like, he already paying for it. But Dajanae is not. She the main one that need to pay. Yeah, all of y'all need to be arrested in some way, shape, or form. Yes. But again, the person that did it, she don't need to get away. No, she does not need to get away. She doesn't. So you know how that family feels because you're going through the same thing. Like, Dajanae, you're trash. Turn yourself in. Why we got to wait for an extradition is something that you can just go and do. Again, there's an active warrant for you in California, Baja, sir. Go turn yourself in. Like, gross. What we waiting for presidential signatures and stuff for like that? For what? Be a woman and go turn yourself in. You know what you did, and you know that warrant is for you. Go turn yourself in. What are we? We don't have to wait. Just do it. You imagine what else happened in Mexico? It never been solved. I feel like this happens all the time, and Mexico covers it up. One thing I will say about extradition with Mexico and America is that America does more extradition with Mexico, meaning the other way around, meaning we are always sending them somebody, okay? Because that's their, home, their land, and whatnot. So there are a lot of people that are coming from Mexico to America that are committing crimes in Mexico and coming to America, okay? Or visas, whatever. So we do a lot of sending their people to them, the people that were born there. We do a lot of that. When it's the other way around, sending an American to Mexico, it's not something that's done often. That is not something that's done often. And you can go look that up. Now, that's something that's done rarely. Like, it's not something that, is just super common. What's super common is, Mexico requesting extradition of someone that now, whether they have a visa here or rather they have a green card. Now, that's what the extradition process that America's used to. We used to sending them back as their own, just like it would be vice versa. If an American committed a crime here in America and then fled to Mexico, Okay, Mexico's extraditing one of America's own, you know, so it's not a big deal. The Cabo Six are not from Mexico. They're not from there. This is what makes the process much harder because they fled the country. They came back. And normally, when a crime is committed in Mexico by an American, they just keep them. Okay? Suspend passports, all types of stuff, right? They fled the country, meaning that they are back on American soil where they are from. Get away with it. They got away with it, you know, to a certain degree. You know, they definitely got away with it. So Mexico requesting an American is not something that America just does. Because again, they're not, none of the Cabo Six are from Mexico. So they're not requesting one of their own. They're not. They're requesting one of us, and we have rights. So now we didn't got no rights while we over there. You know, our American rights do not mean nothing, you know, over there while in Mexico. But now being back on American soil, we have rights over here. So it's just as quick as go collect them and throw them on. It don't work. It's not like that. Now, if they were from Mexico, this would be easy. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This would be way easier. Way easier. But that's what makes it hard, is that, again, Mexico is going to strip the basically American rights from whatever person is extradited. Because, again, the crime happened in Mexico. It didn't happen here. So before America just hands them over, because, again, if it was that simple, Mexico already issued the warrant. America should just go arrest that person and just get them on over there. It's that simple. It's not, because they have American rights. They have rights as a citizen here. They're not a citizen of Mexico. They're a citizen of the United States. Okay. So it's a little different. You know, the paperwork is hitting different. You know, the protocol is hitting different. The source of the levels that it has to go through hitting different. The channels that it has to hitting different. So that's why we say, like, Mexico super dropped the ball. Super dropped the ball. Because, again, Mexico should have been suspicious when they was already trying to leave. Why y'all trying to leave this girl out of here? Why is the bruises and stuff on her face? Why her lip cut? Why y'all trying to leave so quickly? Y'all just gonna leave y'all friend that's passed away? Ain't none of y'all gonna stay with her body? Ain't none of y'all gonna... Y'all all just leaving? I would have found that very suspect. I would have found that very weird. I would be like, no, we're gonna need y'all to hang out. Yeah, we're gonna need y'all to hang out. Yeah, we're gonna need y'all to stay. Because, again, there's other reasons to why Mexico should have questioned it. You know, the state of her face, and whatnot. Because you always got to check for injury, you know, and whatnot. I mean, autopsy, that's just what they do. They literally go look for the reason this person is no longer alive. You know, like, that's what they go look for. You know, so yeah, the Mexico super dropped the ball. But again, it happens. And I'm not saying like it's an excuse. It's not an excuse, because, like I said, there's plenty of places here in America to where we drop the ball too. You know, so I'm not making it seem like we're perfect and Mexico isn't. You know, so like, no, but it does seem very careless. It does seem very careless, as if they did not care much for that young woman, and what happened to her, to just let these people leave abruptly. There's still no statement from any of them. So again, when the police got there on scene and they stated that they talked to other people, I just think that the police had certain questions about why they were called in the first place. And I think they explained it as much as they could, and the doctor took it from there. So there's no statements from any of the Cabo Six from when the police got there and whatnot. Again, what statements did they actually give if Khalil was on the phone with Salamandra basically the majority of the time that the police and paramedics and first responders were there? She never said anything about him I have to call you back because the police wants to speak to me. I have to call you back because this person wants to talk to me. He more so just said he was going to call her back to give her an update, you know, as things went on, because it happened simultaneously. Called and said she wasn't feeling good to where she was sleepy, to where she's unresponsive. Like, that was all within the same, like, hour and a half, 2 hour gap. That all happened, and she was already deceased. So again, because it happened in the morning, it did. And I believe that they left her in that bathroom for hours. I do. They left her in there for hours because they didn't want to be the one to announce her state. They wanted somebody else to find her. That's just how I feel. Because if they didn't want somebody else to find her, they could have easily have phoned for help sooner. They didn't phone for help sooner because they knew that she was gone. So they wanted somebody else to find her body, not somebody else find her alive. She was already gone, and they knew she was gone. They did. They knew she was gone. So once they put clothes on her and propped her up on that toilet, they stayed away. Because again, somebody else comes in and is just like, ooh, that they're gonna push it to where she was sick and whatnot, and we ain't had nothing to do with that. You know, that's how they was looking at it. Like, oh, we were all out and whatnot. You know, she was drinking, or, you know, had alcohol poisoning, you know, whatnot. So that's why she was in, that's probably why she was in the bathroom, trying to make it look like they had no idea when they placed her there. They absolutely did. So instead of Winter and all of them calling the police, they didn't want the police involved. Okay. That's why they wanted to get a doctor, you know, somebody to come over there. If we can get somebody else to come over here to corroborate our story, because we need to make it seem like she's still alive. Okay. If we tell them that she's just sick, and because they already knew when they left her, because it happened in the morning, she passed away 10 to 15 minutes later after her injury, right? And so that happened in the morning. So with the nurse the cleaning service not coming in until around noon, allegedly that's when the cleaning service, and that's usually true, you know, they come around noon. That's when they allegedly found her body, okay, in the bathroom when they went to clean the bathroom. No, 6 people. 6 people: Winter, Dajanae, Nazir, Elise. Did I say Malik? And Nazir? I probably messed it up, but it's 6. Yeah, it's not 5. Yeah, so they put her body, just in my opinion, they put her body over the toilet and whatnot. Then, you know, they left after they clothed her, put her over the toilet. They left after that. So then after they left, they all was sitting out, you know, because the cleaning service, they said that they were on site. So they were on the site, they just weren't in the room where she was at. So, you know, it's a villa, so big, you know, whatnot. So when they went to find them, that's when Winter was like, oh no, she's just sick. Will, you know, do y'all have any like nurses or anybody, doctor, somebody do house calls? You know, he's got a doctor, nurse, somebody around here. So that's when I believe the maid was like, oh, well, we do have certain things, blah, blah, blah. And took them to the front desk and whatnot. And that's where they got the phone number. You know, Winter got the phone number to, you know, call over. And I don't think Winter called over. I believe, in my honest opinion, I do not believe Winter talked to the doctor. I think the cleaning service did. Because again, this is predominantly Spanish there, you know, so now, again, so I feel like she did it for her because it's just easier to translate. It's like, okay, I understand English and Spanish, so I'll talk for you. Like, okay, she's saying that this is wrong with, you know, their friend. Can you come over and look, you know? And Winter was the one, I feel, talking to the person that cleans, was talking to her, telling her, and she was translating to the doctor on the phone, Dr. Kevorkian, Carolina Kevorkian, her, translating to her. Boom. So then that's when the doctor came, because the doctor didn't specify in the police report who actually called, but referenced Winter. So again, I don't believe it was Winter who was actually on the phone and called her. I think she just recognized Winter's voice from Winter telling the lady what was going on, and the lady translating for her. And then when she got to the home and hearing Winter's voice, like putting two and two together, like, okay, this is the girl, that was talking, So after that happened, they needed, again, that's why they left Shanquella in there, because they wanted somebody else to find her. So, and then them calling the doctor there made it still look like Shanquella was alive, and Shanquella was not. So when the doctor got there, they knew that Shanquella had passed away. They knew already. So when the doctor gets there, the doctor finds that out too. Immediately. The doctor finds that out. That's why I said this doctor needs to go to jail, because there's no way in the world Shanquella did not pass away in the morning. It had to have been. Correlates to that video, it was in the morning when she passed away. Due to set injury that happened in set video, her passing away 10 to 15 minutes later. So that means no matter what, when that doctor, Dr. Carolina Kevorkian, when she got there between 3:13 and 3:28, Shanquella had passed away. She was gone. She had been gone hours. Hours. The girl had passed away. Stop it. Like, let's tell the truth. That's why autopsy, death certificate, that's why none of that add up, because the girl passed away in the morning. It didn't happen in the evening. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So when the doctor got there, now that's where it gets fuzzy with me. I do believe that Khalil was running the conversation, and what was going to go down and whatnot. I do believe that they tried to even convince the doctor that she was still alive. I do. I think they're like, oh no, she's not deceased. She's still alive. And you just get her an IV, she'll wake back up. All of that. She just really drunk, because they really needed to push that it was alcohol poisoning. They really needed to push that. So, because this is all going to go with their story. It's going to be a part of their story. Okay. So, but what happens, it gets fuzzy. But I do feel like Khalil was the ringleader. I do, but it gets fuzzy because I don't know who else. Because it was Winter, was Dajanae. I don't know. That's where it gets really fuzzy. Because it's too many people, and it's 6 people, in the room. So that conversation could have went anyway, with 6 different people. Who knows how that conversation went? But I do believe Khalil was the ringleader. I do, with him being the one contacting the family, him being the closest to Shanquella, the family believing him more than anybody, because I think the mother, Salamandra, would have definitely side-eyed if somebody else was calling her, telling her this information about Shanquella. I'm sure she would be like, well, where's Khalil? Like, why do y'all keep calling me? Like, where is he? Like, that's her best friend. That's who she went down there with. Where's Khalil? I want to talk to Khalil. But with Khalil being the main person talking to her, because again, I think she would have worried and maybe panicked Shanquella's mom if somebody else would have talked to her. So yeah, that's why I feel like he was the ringleader. He's the best friend. So if we're gonna get away with this, you're gonna be the way we get away with it. Like, and yeah, I just feel like he put his street smarts to work. The majority of them there are entrepreneurs. So with being entrepreneurs and having a business, you do have to think on your feet. And it's a little easier to plan things just because you have to be a planner, to run any type of business. You got to have things ready prior. So to have a plan. So your mindset, you just kind of just go, into that mindset, survival mode. She's gone now. I ain't going to jail for this. How are we getting away with this? Is where the mindset went to, instead of after that girl got injured, calling the police, because that's somebody that's worried. For none of them to call the police or anything like that after that girl got hurt, that speaks on all of them, not just one person. All of you made the decision to not contact the police. All of you made the decision to leave. All of you made the decision to say it was alcohol poisoning. Those are decisions, so you decided all of that. You absolutely did. So, Yeah, I just feel like that's a little lot. Can we stop assuming what happened? We don't know. I don't understand why you'll do this. Shouldn't you be somewhere on a beach waving, girl? What? What? And assuming and having an opinion are two different things. I'm gonna need you to get with that. I'm gonna need you to get with that. And I literally was just sitting here saying like it gets fuzzy in my mind because it's 6 different people. So I'm not gonna stay out because it could have went anyway. But I can assume. I can assume that Khalil said this and then Winter said that and then I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea. Like, no, we're not gonna stop assuming until they tell the truth. You want us to stop assuming? Go find us the truth. You're weird. Like, yeah, we're gonna assume. Yeah. And we don't mind looking like the first 3 letters. I mean, you're doing it right now. You look like the first 3 letters. You don't mind it. You seem to be thriving being the first 3 letters of the word assuming. Get this person out of my life. Don't block this person. Just keep timing them out for the rest of their lives. Don't block them though. Don't block them though. They didn't do nothing major. But just keep timing them. Every time, anytime they say hi, they say anything. They put a flame in. Just time them out. Because let's just be annoying. I mean, if you're gonna be annoying, let's join you. I mean, we ain't doing that. We could be annoying with you. Yeah, just moderate. Just time beach waves. Why not? Why not? Yeah, thank you. You just do it. Why not? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. The chat is pretty lit. So y'all ain't doing that. Just go ahead. Just keep timing. Every time you say anything, it don't matter what it is. It could be Sean, you look great today. Time out. Just time out anything that's waving. Anything waving. Just 300 seconds. So gays. Yeah, I know laugh guy. It's just like, because I be trying to click on comments that I like to click on the longer ones because it usually say something good, but that one was trash. That one was trash. That one was trash. I thought it said something good. And all of the other stuff let me go back up here. All of the other stuff I skipped to talk or to pull up that comment. Hey, truth teller Danny Boo. Hey, I saw my boo down a rabbit hole here earlier. Hey, down a rabbit hole. Gays, like, girl, okay, so just being me Spark says, yes, doctor seems to be being held accountable on some level if she is part of the investigation. I feel like the doctor is definitely a part of the investigation. For the doctor to give that whole police report and none of the CABO 6 be stated or cited within that police report is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. That doctor got them out of CABO. And there's no way in the world that doctor is going to convince me that Shanquella was alive when she got there. She is lying. She is a liar. And I will tell her to her face. I will tell her husband to his face. Your wife is a liar. She is a liar. That girl was gone. And ooh, now I want the family. I want them to do another autopsy. I want them to get one of them done here in America. Because I'm telling you, we need the truth. And that doctor is a liar. There's no way that that video happened at between 8 and 9:30 in the morning. And all of a sudden, like, if the autopsy and every expert that had, health expert especially, that has done anything on internal decapitations or anything like that, they all state that she did not live long. Minutes is what she lived after that. If this happened in the morning, it is on camera happening in the morning. How does this doctor come there at 3:30 p.m. and says that that girl was stable? No. 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 She was not stable. She was gone. It's the lies for me. Because Shanquella was gone. She was. And her being a doctor, she knows that. She didn't know the injury. She was covering for them, not knowing the injury is what had happened. So again, that's bull. When Nazir got there, Nazir was touching a corpse. Shanquella never spoke. Shanquella never moved. None of those things. And then if you also, because it also paying attention, I don't know if I still have it. I'm going to look and see real quick if I still have it. Also, because when Nazir talks about Shanquella, he never state that she moved. He never stated, because he said that. Then they start talking about this, and then we about food, and they're talking about getting hungry, and then we moved to the kitchen. Who moved to the kitchen? Shanquella did not get up and go in no kitchen. She didn't move at all. He never stated anything about Shanquella moving. Shanquella, he never said she spoke. None of that. He said he kept telling her to get up. She never did. So that means that she was gone. Like, girl, like, I mean, it makes complete sense. She didn't move because she was deceased. Nazir didn't look at her as deceased because why would he think that she was gone? That's why I say he'll an idiot. But why would he think that? I mean, if they tell you, you know, oh, girl in there, she sleep though, you know, she don't feel good, you know, she got alcohol poisoning. That's how you're gonna treat it. Like when you come in the room, you're gonna come in there like, oh, okay, girl, ooh, you look a minute, girl, you might need to get up, on a little makeup, girl. Like, girl, what's going on with your face, girl? What's going on with you? But when you touch her, you're gonna know. You're going to know, and that's where Nazir messed up. That's when Nazir messed up, because Nazir said that he touched her. He said that he touched her. She wasn't warm. None of those things. That even if you didn't know that she had passed, you wouldn't have noticed that she was cold. Like, okay, well, maybe we need to put some blankets or something on her because she's freezing. You're at least going to notice that. If you're not going to notice the fact that her chest isn't going up and down, that her heart isn't beating, that she is not moving in any way. She is lying here completely still. He said himself multiple times that Shanquella was unresponsive. He never said that she was awake and alert. Nothing. He said she was unresponsive. Okay, again, unresponsive isn't good. The only time unresponsive, I'm not even going to say that. If a person is unresponsive but breathing, at least they're alive. So it's like, okay, well, they're alive. We can at least start there. But we do need to get them to the hospital still because they're not responding. Like it's still a worry, even with them breathing. So she's unresponsive and you don't see her breathing. Because even when somebody's asleep, you're going to see their chest going up and down. It may even be low, but you'll still be able to, you can look at somebody to see if they're breathing. You got to put your ear to them if you can't tell if their chest is moving, because that's when you go to the heart. Like, okay, if their heart beating, they're breathing, 9 times out of 10. So, but still, if their heart is beating and they're breathing, you can visibly see that they're breathing and they're not struggling to breathe, but they're unresponsive, that's still bad. That's still not a good thing. Like, you still need to get the medical help if they literally will not respond to anything you do or say. Yeah, they got to go to the hospital. We got to go see are they in a coma? Like, what's going on? Because they should at least respond. Like you say, I'm giving her all that I got. I'm shaking her, all of this. Because that's basically what I'm assuming is what he's saying. When he said he was giving it all that he got, like doing everything he could to get her up, wake her up, is what he was doing. And he couldn't get her to wake up at all. So you didn't feel the stiffness, the coldness to the touch of her body, the fact that her chest isn't going up and down, that there's no breath coming out of her nose or mouth. Like you none of that. That her eyes aren't opening at all. She's not blinking, like nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You just gonna leave her there because she's fine because they told you it's alcohol poisoning because they're doctors. Even Salamandra's mom said, how are y'all telling me that it's alcohol poisoning when she hasn't seen a doctor? That doesn't make any sense. You can't diagnose her. How do you know that she has alcohol poisoning? That's not something that you guess. It's not a guess. That's a diagnosis. So it's like you got to, which one, who diagnosed her with that? Who said that? Because it could be something else. It doesn't mean that it's alcohol because she was drinking. And she don't drink like that no way. She ain't one of those type of people that if you leave a whole bottle around her, she'll finish it. No, she's not that type of girl. She doesn't do that. So again, none of that makes sense. Y'all just blaming stuff on stuff like with no proof. But again, her daughter is over 2,000 miles away from her. She has to trust what these people are saying. As much as she don't want to, as much as Salamandra feels side-eyeing what Khalil was saying to her on the phone, what do? You know, your daughter's not even in the country. You know, they are all she has right now. Because I'm not there. I can't get to her. Not right now. You know? So, again, Nazir knew. He knew enough. He did. And he knew that there was a problem before they got there. That Dajanae she definitely had a problem with her. Now, I'm not going to say the other girls because who knows? Maybe not. But for Elise or Winter to have allegedly been in their recording as well, this was a group effort. This was a group effort. When Khalil, because this isn't an assumption, Khalil had already been feeling some type of way about Shanquella before they got there. Because nothing happened between them. Nothing happened. Remember, Shanquella was woken to what happened to her. They woke her up. And Khalil being the last person recording her and whatnot, like, oh, we got our first D-body, da, 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 da. They were good. They were good. Tell the truth, shame the devil. They were good. If you think about it, because I can pull the video up right now. They were good. Shanquella went to sleep. She wakes up being attacked. Her waking up, being attacked, and nothing happening Friday, premeditated. That was going to happen no matter what. And I've said this before. That was going to happen whether Shanquella wanted it to or not. That was going to happen whether she wanted it to or not. Oh, that was happening. It's unfortunate. But that was definitely happening. And that's why it's a setup. That is a setup. All of y'all sitting around here kikiing the night before, isolating this girl. Y'all knew what was up. And y'all knew in North Carolina. That did not happen Friday. Because we got the receipts to prove it. We got the receipts to prove it. We got the receipts to prove it. Actually, let me pull it up real quick. I will pull up the live that hold on, go to YouTube. That Khalil, one of his last lives that he posted of the night on Shanquella's IG. So this was on Shanquella's IG. It wasn't even on hers. So Shanquella. So yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. Khalil. Ugh, the devil. Right here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your
shut up,
boy,
Sean. Okay, let me pull up this video. Boom. Okay, so this is the video of Shanquella in the hammock the night before. Let me fast forward this. Okay, of Shanquella in the hammock the night before. the night before. Now, this is them playing the game. This was her swimming. Okay. All right. That is Shanquella in the hammock, sleeping. Okay. After this, Shanquella went to bed. She had to have, because there was no problem. She had no issues with nobody. This is Khalil, the friend, the best friend. What does he say? Let me rewind it a little bit. What does he say?
Totally. Let's get into it.
Shit up and I went global. Can't play around, I had to grow up. We got our first dead body. First dead body. Buddy. We got our first dead body. Buddy. She threw four.
My fault. He laughing and all of that. So if he laughing and, talking about we got our first D body, all of this, they were fine. There was no problem. There was no issue with any. She was asleep. He was laughing, all of that. So that means that nothing happened at the villa, because this was Friday, the night before, and we don't know what time this was. So this could have been at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. As far as we know. Then the girl went to bed because she was sleeping in the nude. Her family says she sleeps in the nude, so that means that she willingly went to bed by herself. Nobody bothered her. And then in that bed that she was in during the physical altercation with her and Dajanae, only her side of the bed is messed up. That's it. So that means she slept peacefully. Didn't nobody come there and bother her? She ain't, she was fine. So that's how we can definitely assume, it's safe to assume, that this was a prior energy. He walking around recording her on her live and whatnot like they still best friends. Shanquella had no idea how Khalil felt about her. She had no idea. The next day, he allowing that to happen to her in the room in the morning, talking about some, dang, Quella, you at least gonna fight back? Dang, Quella, you at least gonna fight back? That means he didn't care that was happening to her. He knew she was being recorded by multiple people, knew she was nude. He knew all of that. He didn't care. He didn't care. So that means that energy was already there. It had to have been, because again, nothing happened Friday. This was on Friday. And who knows when this was? This could have been at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Them chilling, and she fell asleep on the hammock. That's why I feel like when she got up from this hammock, she wouldn't lay down. She went to bed. I mean, she could have went in there, ate something real quick, had a snack or something. Who knows, exactly the route to get to her bedroom. But she went to bed, is what it's given. And she didn't have any problems with anybody. And he said, we got our first D body. So that means that Shanquella fell asleep first. She was the first person to fall asleep. So everybody else was woke. She was the only one that was asleep. So what is the problem here? Where did this problem come in? That's why I don't believe that audio that they say is Winter. I don't believe that that's Winter, because that audio, that girl was saying, oh, Shanquella did something stupid. Then what? She was asleep. Will she fall asleep dumb? Like what? Y'all don't like how she wasn't supposed to sleep in the hammock. Like what did she do? It doesn't seem she did anything. Seemed like she just went to sleep. Is what it's given. Got up, went right to sleep, because she went to sleep nude. So that means, sounds like she went to sleep fine. Sounds like she went to sleep with no issue. Is what it's given. Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe that that was her because it doesn't seem like anything happened with Shanquella and anybody the night before. It seemed fine. And Khalil again recorded her last on the hammock, and she was fine. He wasn't beefing with her. They didn't have a problem with one another. He didn't call her out of her name, you know, or anything like that. Crazy. Charge now. Right. Justice for Shanquella's strength during the season. Prayers for her family. Yes, prayers to the Robinson family. Shout out to the Robinson family and her sister, Miss Long. Lakeisha says, how the F do you blame the victim that passed away? Wrong move. I didn't believe that winter-ish either. Yeah, no, and they did blame her. They did. They said the alcohol poisoning, that she did this to herself. We had nothing to do with it. She drank way too much, and that's not true. I do see that there are people in chat stating that maybe they I really think Miss Italy says I really think she was drugged. I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. It's just the motive behind it. It's like, for if they were, say they were, you know, why? You know, why would they do that? I think, ooh, I thought you was the other giraffe. I'm so glad you black. Ooh, I was about to curse you out. Oh, I thought you was Metropolala. He said, I think it was in June during Malik's birthday. You think what was? I want to know. I'm nosy. I think she was possibly Lindsay again. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Almost low key victim shaming. No, who's victim shaming, sweetie? Isla says that winter chick is rude, and she is. And everything I've seen her in, guilt got her miserable. Yeah, and that's why I want to keep. Definitely, we still need to keep talking about this because I want them to stay guilty. I want them to stay miserable. I want them to not be able to sleep, eat, focus, function. I want all of that for them. I want all of that for them. I want all of that for them. Mind, levitation, mind levitation, elevation, Lord. Gargone. Yes, shout out to that. Wonder if the Cabo Villas has any CCTV of the entering and leaving the villa and timestamps. I definitely believe that they do because there's cameras outside of each exit. At Linda 32, I looked, girl. I looked, and they have cameras. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I also, because in B&Bs, you can have cameras in everywhere but the bedrooms and the bathrooms. So there could have been some cameras throughout that B&B as well. I ain't never been in it, so I have no idea. But I know that there's cameras on the exit points of each, because there's multiple exits into getting out of the villa. So like sliding door, you know, and stuff like that. So there's multiple exits, and from what I'm gathering, each exit has a camera. So I wonder if it maybe caught some audio of conversations of entering and exiting, and then being so frazzled, not paying attention to the cameras. I really hope so. But I do think so though. With them leaving, especially all of them leaving together, because I don't think they all left together. I think they left in groups. I think that Khalil and Winter did a lot, like with the body. I believe that Khalil and Winter dressed her. I believe once Dajanae, honestly, I think that after Dajanae did what she did and realized that Shanquella was gone, I feel like she broke down. I feel like she was freaking out. I think she was really scared and didn't know what was going to happen to her, thinking about her baby, you know, and stuff like that. And I think that Malik was like there for her. Within that moment, you know, as the best friend. That's why I think that Winter and Khalil did a lot of the, you know, and maybe Elise. I think they did a lot of the, You know, and I do believe, Elise, you added your 2 cents to what was going on, girl, because your sister and whatnot is a police officer. So you got law enforcement in your family. You know a little bit of rules of the trade, girl. So yeah, but I think Winter and Khalil did the majority, moving her body, dressing her body, moving her body. You know, I think that they did. I do. Mhm. I heard Alice went home first, right? Elise went home first, right? I believe, didn't she go home Saturday? I believe she went home first, from what I gathered, from what I heard, with the flights and whatnot. That she left Saturday. But it was other people that left out Saturday too, and then early morning Sunday and Sunday. But they were all gone by Sunday. By nightfall on Sunday, they were all out of Mexico. They were all gone. None of them were there Sunday. They were gone. Which is weird because again, y'all so innocent. Y'all so innocent. Why y'all just flee and just leave her body there like that? Because they knew they needed to get out of there. And Dr. Carolina Kevorkian was their ticket out of Mexico. All 6 of them need to be up under the jail. All of them need to go to all of them. I think that Dajanae should have the harshest judgment. I think that hers, whatever time that they give her should be the most. I do. But everyone else should be arrested and apprehended as well. Everybody. They all could have stopped that. And none of them did. What Nazir is not getting, he could have stopped it getting there, finding out that the girl had passed away. He didn't. He came back, he ignored the Robertson family and made it seem as if, it was alcohol poisoning. That's what they told me. So, oh well. So yeah, no. You need to go to jail too, because you knew enough. You did. You knew. You absolutely did. If Nazir, only thing I can see him doing is lying about something is that's the reason why he missed that flight, if he missed the flight deliberately. He lied to somebody that was there about something, and maybe it was related to Shanquella. Maybe it was Shanquella related. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Because there is rumor out there that certain things being said. So I don't know. Nazir may have said something. I don't know. He could have. But yeah, all of them need to go to jail. All of them need to go to jail. Nancy Grace, I believe she still is. I believe that she's just waiting for updates, just like the rest of us. Nazir was helping dressing her up. Remember, Nazir said he was holding Quilla head. I believe she was dressed before he got there because it happened in the morning, and the maids never said anything about her being nude. So I do believe that she was dressed when Nazir got there, because he said that he was playing the music and all of that stuff for her. He didn't say that she was nude, because that's definitely something that would like poke out to most people. Because wouldn't that be weird to you if you got there and they told you that she was in a alcohol poison and she didn't feel good, and you go in there and she just nude? I would find that weird. I would be like, why she got a clothes on? Like, she just ain't her naked? Because she was in the game room when he got there, is what Nazir said, that she was in the game room. So with Shanquella being in the game room, she was placed there, just like she was placed in the bathroom when the maids found her. After the maids found her, they went and got her out of the bathroom and laid her on that couch, is what is given. And then it kind of just went from there when Nazir got there, which again is weird. It's very weird. So, but for him to not know that she had passed away, it's crazy. It's crazy that like you knew she was gone. There's no way he touched Shanquella because he got there right before the doctor did. Because he keeps trying to make it seem like that the airport is an hour away, an hour and a half, 2 hours away. It's like he's trying to make it seem, and it's not. You can go pull it up yourself. Boom, look, it said right here. San Jose del Cabo, Baja Sur Airport, 39-minute drive from here, from Linda 32, where she passed away. So yeah, 40-minute drive is what it is. So it did not take you 2-3 hours to get there from the airport. You tried it. You're lying. So you made it there a little bit after 3, around like right before 3 or a little bit after. One or the other, because he was there before Dr. Carolina Kevorkian got there. And she got there between 3:13, was it 3:13? 3:13 and 3:38 p.m. So he made it before, he had to make it either like right at 3 o'clock or 2:50, 2:40, he made it right around that time, so so he was 2:30, something like that is when he got there, so he needs to stop making it seem like he didn't get there until like 4 o'clock. You're lying. You're lying. You were there before the doctor. So for him to try to make it seem like he ain't have no, right. He did say we was in traffic for like an hour. No, you was not. You wasn't in traffic for no hour. No, you was not. And even the really traffic, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can have traffic, but it ain't, especially there. Like, no, he tried it. Like he in Los Angeles coming from LAX, or something like that, and traffic was backed up. Like, no, it's not. This is near California, California, Baja Sur, but this ain't Los Angeles. Like, no, this ain't LA, Atlanta, or nowhere like that. And you stuck on the highway for an hour trying to get to where you're trying to get to. Like, and it take 39 minutes to get there on top of the hour of you being stuck on it. You're lying. You're lying. You tried it. He tried it. The doctor named Carolina. What is her name? Carolina. It's Carolina. It's a lot. It's a sentence. Her name is literally a sentence. Trevon Miller, thank you, because I learned how that works. Not New York, right? He sounds slow, so they probably help him with his story, and knew they would incriminate himself. He lied. Now, I'm not gonna say he lied about everything. Gutaguririris. Yes, that's what it is. Gutaguririris. Yes. He lied. It's that simple. He lied, and I don't feel like he lied about everything that he said, but I do feel like the majority of what he said is just to protect himself. Ornelenas. Truth teller, Danny, how do I say that? Ornelenas, Carolina Gutaguririris, no, it's Carolina Ornelas. Yes. Ornelas. Yes, that's how you say it. So, yes, it's Carolina Ornelas. Salinas. Shout out to Sinosh for the specific her. You don't. Are you correcting me? Are you correcting me? Just let me be me. Just let me be free. Ornelas. Thank you. We'll have a mind meeting. Thank you. Is she correcting me? Ornelas. I liked how I said it. Girl. Thank you, Flowers. She said you said it right the first time, Carolina Kevorkian. Thank you. Now, y'all know I don't know Spanish at all. I'll be slaughtering that beautiful language. And it's so beautiful. And I don't know at all, Lord. All I know is negra. Yes, I know how to say negra and Guadalajara. C, sriracha, Takis, enchilada. I know how to say some stuff, like, but whatever. Like, y'all tried it. I know several sisters who would have ripped everybody in that room all by the, oh Lord. They had to know they had to know that they wouldn't have gotten away with all of that without the videos, right? What goes around comes around. I believe her father and her sister, when they state that they took her to CABO to do that to her because they could have never done that in North Carolina. I do agree. I agree. I believe that Khalil invited Shanquella because what they wanted to do to her, they couldn't do it in North Carolina. So it's like, yeah, I'll invite her. She can come. Y'all can do it then. All right, cool. That's how I look at it. I feel like they would have never gotten away with that in North Carolina. They would not have. That would not have went down like that. It would not. It wouldn't have. No. They had to isolate her. They had to get her alone around nobody but them. What better place to do it going out of the country? Premeditated. That's not a coincidence. That's premeditated. If you ask me, that's premeditated. The fact that sister said Quella don't normally travel with them speaks volumes. I agree, Big Skip. I agree. Quella has traveled with Khalil, but not like out of country, like them doing trips like that alone. It was more so of family trips that they took. So again, this Quella is saying like, she also said that, it was common for Shanquella to travel. And she did a lot of traveling. So that was the part that I felt that her sister was comforted by because she did a lot of traveling. But the group of people, was different. And I don't think she got a bad feeling, but I just think she was just kind of just like, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. You really hang with those girls. You really know those girls. I never really met none of them. Type of situation. But yeah, I do believe that they set Shanquella up. She was a deer in headlights in that bedroom that morning. A deer in headlights. She had no idea what they had in store for her. That's why with Dajanae harming her like that, that is personal. And with her saying, I'm tired of this and all of that, it's like you sitting there saying all of that and this girl can't even move. And you have no idea yet. So we found out just how sick and tired she was. We definitely found that out. I believe that Khalil set this up to a certain extent. I don't think he set it all up by himself because it takes two to tangle. And again, he didn't put his hands, from what we saw from the video, he didn't touch her. So with that, people can feel some type of way. If you listen to, this is what I'm going to get into tomorrow because I got to get out of here. I got to see what these kids are doing. But if you listen to Lil Coley's interview that he did, which was Shanquella's ex on and off again from what I'm gathering boyfriend. If you listen to his interview, he did not like Khalil. He didn't like him. Khalil didn't care for Lil Coley. Lil Coley alleged it wasn't a big deal for Shanquella to go and hang out with him because they hung out like their best friends. No big deal. But and he also alluded to the fact that Khalil is gay. I wouldn't look at, Khalil being with Shanquella, like I don't care about them being by themselves or going on trips and whatnot because he gay. Like, he always gave off a sweet energies, like queer, is what he was given. So, my girl hanging out with a gay dude, that's fine. Like her best friend is gay, like no big deal. Is how he looked at it. No threat is how Lil Coley looked at Khalil, like he gay, like no threat. Going back to Khalil and Nazir. Nazir has modeled for Khalil's clothing brand and things of that nature. All right. Malik, in my opinion, is gay as well. I do still feel like there's something going on between Malik and Khalil. I still feel that way. Call me crazy, but I still think that there's something going on that is or was going on between those two. So going back to Lil Coley, just I said that we're gonna get into it tomorrow. But going back to Lil Coley, and Lil Coley stating that, no threat with Khalil because, Khalil gay and whatnot. With Coley not liking Khalil, you could tell that there was some energy there already in him not trusting Khalil. And not with Shanquella, just in general. Just kind of like Khalil is like a shiesty dude. He ain't really somebody that I will rock with, but that's my girl, that's what she choosing to chill with. So, she'll just have to learn, on her own. What I feel like the energy I'm getting from him or the things that I've heard about him. Type of situations. So, and before they found out that it wasn't alcohol poisoning, that it was a spinal cord injury, Coley was in Khalil's face when Khalil stopped by Salamandra's mother's home, and he's basically pressured him about it. Like, it wasn't alcohol poisoning, was it? Like, what happened to her? And him questioning Khalil, and Khalil was very adamant still that it was alcohol poisoning. So again, that means Lil Coley did not trust Khalil. There was something about him that wasn't right, because his, inner being, his conscience keeps telling him it's him. It's something about this dude. So again, he didn't trust him from jump. He definitely didn't. He had a feeling about Khalil. He just couldn't put his finger on it. And after Shanquella passed away, I feel like it was, once he found out it was spinal cord injury and Khalil them hit it, he knew what his, then he could put a finger on it, just be like, yeah, you're a fraud. Like, and I knew you were, type of situation. But yeah, he already wasn't trusting of Khalil. He was not. I think that he felt better that, Shanquella was allegedly going with the other people that were there over Khalil, because he didn't trust him. He didn't trust him at all. And I think that Nazir, I'm gonna just leave it for my theory, because if Nazir wasn't there and he missed that flight, I feel like there's one or two reasons of him missing that flight. If it was something that he was avoiding while being there, because again, everybody was trying to make it seem as if this was about a boy in the beginning. It still could have been. I mean, what if the problem was that Nazir was messing with the boys? And did Shanquella let the cat out the bag? Or something like that. And Nazir, Dajanae fighting Shanquella for Malik. Because Malik was recording. And Dajanae is his best friend. Shanquella is Khalil's best friend. But if Shanquella did the betrayal by saying something she shouldn't have said, then within that moment, she's everybody's enemy. Because everybody in that room, besides Khalil and Shanquella, have a way better relationship with each other than they have with Shanquella. So Shanquella was the oddball out. So there's no reason for anybody in here to protect you. Nobody. Because Khalil could have felt that he was, because when somebody's closeted, when you're not out, these dudes will do anything. They'll do anything to keep their secret. So, but we'll see. You know, that's not true, but I'm just saying, you know, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Because Malik was recording it. So he wanted that to happen to Shanquella. Khalil was the one that said, dang, Shanquella, you at least gonna fight back. Malik didn't care if Shanquella was gonna fight back. He wanted her to get hurt. And his best friend was doing all the swinging. So he didn't care what happened to Shanquella. He didn't care. Go ahead, get her. That's how he looked at it. He riding for his friend. He even said it when he got back. Only thing Malik said is that he got Dajanae back no matter what. That's the only thing he wrote. He didn't write nothing quiet after that. Nothing. So he's going to ride for her because she wrote for him. That's all that's giving. She wrote for him. She did that for me. So I'm definitely going to ride for her. Now, did she intend on taking her life? No. But my friend was riding for me, so I'm going to ride for her. Yeah. He was involved. He definitely was. But we're going to get into that, into my theory, and I'm going to put receipts up and why I think what I think. It's not just going to be just like, oh, well, no, I'm going to show you. I'm going to look at this. Now look at this. Now look at this. Now what does this say? You know, I bring receipts. So I'm going to bring you receipts on why I think what I think. And we're just going to go from there. We're just going to go from there. Because the CABO 6 is going to jail. They're going to prison. They're going to prison. It's happening. It's happening. I have to get out of here. Thank you guys for all of the super chats and super stickers. Please like the video if you have not liked the video already. Hashtag justice for Shanquella. We will keep talking about this until we get some type of resolve. Shout out to the Robinson family. We're still praying for you. Salamandra, we love you. Aquila, we love you. Bernard, we love you. Again, shout out to the Robinson family. We're going to keep talking about it. I don't care. We're going to keep talking about it. Like, I'm not giving up. Like, I'm not giving up. So, again, I love you all. Thank you for joining me at the SeanDavieWay show. Like and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow, right here, live, with receipts on what happened in CABO. Oh, my goodness. Until the next show, I love you all. Bye.
Flex.